Hey guys, Brandon here, coming at you with another Mlb the Show video. Today I wanted to give 5 pitching tips that should help you if you struggle with pitching, or if you're not even struggling with pitching, but you just want to become a little bit better of a pitcher, and you need some things to think about constantly when you're pitching. These tips should help you become a better pitcher and hopefully give up less runs and win more games. So let's jump right into the first one that I knew. So the first one is a pretty generic one, and it'll be like one of the only generic ones on the list. So start off with our gameplay on veteran, so they're actually going to swing the bat. We'll be pitching. Alright, so when I'm pitching, the first thing you got to do, this works I think better online because the computer's obviously the computer, so whether or not they're actually gonna follow these tips is up to how they're made, I guess. So I'll show you guys some online. We'll jump into an event and we'll do a live commentary on it. But for the first thing you want to do is make the hitters work. So with the first pitch, you either want to throw a pitch where you're going to try to gauge what kind of hitter you're working with, or you're going to try to make them swing at a ball so to make your workload a little bit easier. So we're going to run through these tips pretty fast just so I'm not wasting your guys' time. Next, you want to make sure that you're using all the pitches in your arsenal, or at least the ones that are effective for you. There's so many locations you can throw in each pitch, so you shouldn't be throwing every pitch up and in, the fastball up and in every time. So he knows that when the fastball's coming, it's going to be up and in. So you got to make sure you're working it in different locations and you're using all the pitches effectively. Then you got to know the tendency of the hitters. Tendency of the hitters, and from a pitching standpoint, it's just going to be, are they bunters? Are they people who hit into the shift? Are they people who are going to steal on the first pitch every time? People are going to steal on the second pitch, and that's just deciding when you should slide step and whatnot for runners on base. It's very situational to know their tendencies, but these next two are going to be some of the best tips you can know when pitching. Make sure you're mixing up your locations. So if you throw a fastball up and in every time, don't be afraid to throw it low and in, low and outside, up and outside. But then as well as that, don't make sure that you throw it in this empty space over here, because sometimes people can't get their PCI right there. They're not precise with it. They're better at hitting the corners with their PCI, just because they can slam it up or slam it down and be able to hit the ball at least semi-decent. But if you're throwing it to this empty space, sometimes they'll just blatantly drop their PCI or just miss it. And then for the last one, you gotta know their timing. So giving off the example of this one, we'll see. It usually only works if they swing and miss or hit a foul ball. So let's just say he was late on that one, and that was a fastball. If he was very late, I'm going to use another fastball and see if he continues that trend. And if he was pretty much on it, I'm going to try to switch up speeds on him, switch up locations, and make sure you're doing that. As well as going back in the location tip, if you have a pitcher who... Can I switch my pitcher? Let's see what he's got even pitch-wise. I guess this will work. So for this first pitch I'm throwing, I'll throw a slider low and out. Alright, so he swung and missed that one in my head. So he knows that location. He's like, okay, I'm going to crush it if it comes too far in. Then you throw your curveball, and he thinks it's going to be that slider again because you threw it almost in the same location, but the slider was going to go out here, and the curveball goes right here, so he's expecting it to be right here. You threw the curveball, you swung and missed. Make sure you're mixing up locations with your pitches, and you're trying to narrow down their timing. So I'll be back in the event game, and then we'll show you some live gameplay with me talking you through the pitching. Alright, so we're in the pitching scenario. I'm home team in the game, so I'm personally going to warm up some bullpen people just in case I need them. And hopefully this guy puts up a little bit of resistance. So first guy I have is a left-handed hitter. Should work fine. Wood's got kind of a wonky delivery, so I'm going to throw one actually in the strike zone, a high and inside fastball. It wasn't high and inside. So he was super late on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. So I'm going to do it again. I don't know if he's not looking for the high pitch or what's happening. So I'm going to try to beat him up with another fastball. So he's very late again. I'm going to try to run this one in on his fists, and hopefully he'll swing and miss. See, almost got him. So even though he was late on that one, I made him work, and now it's a 1-2 count, so I'm in the driver's seat. I'm going to throw a change up here to set up a circle change on the next pitch if it doesn't work. So this ball's going to sink a little bit. So he's super early on that one, right? And now he's not going to be able to hit this one. He's going to think it's a changeup in the same spot. It's going to drop out of the zone on him. Okay. So what was that check swing? He's going to be early on it. Let's throw another circle change, or a curveball. Hopefully he didn't realize that's what it was. This guy's kind of just being a little bit of a pest. I don't have any pitches that cut outside, so it looks like I'm throwing another high inside fastball. He's used to those changeups. I think if I throw a curveball out here, he'll have a hard time hitting it, so let's go for it. Okay. Now he's making me work.
Hey, this has been an epic at bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling.
Come on, guy. So on the bright side, him fouling off all these balls means he's not going to hit one solid against me ever, because he's too worried about fouling him off for the most part. So now Correa's up. If I want a mound visit. He looks like he's worse against lefties like everybody else, so we'll start him off low and see if we can make him work for us. He's not swinging at an easy pitch to hit for some reason. Maybe he watched my hitting tips video and only swings at pitches that he likes. So hopefully Glaber can get to this. Oh, I didn't actually think he was going to make it there. So with this guy, haven't really been able to figure out the location. He keeps his PCI because he fouls off everything evenly. His tendency is he's always late on the ball and then early on the changeup, so I can throw whatever. Locations, like I said, he fouls off everything pretty easily. I'm using most of the pitches in my arsenal, and I made him work for the most part, but he also made me work. It's not a big deal when we have bullpen, but we'll see how this game goes, and I'll catch you guys at the pack opening at the end. Alright, so we got some packs here. I'm not going to open up the silver exchange because that's for the next video. If you remember the bronze exchange one I did, testing if that was good or not. And we kind of found out that it wasn't that great, but if you did have some no-sells that you wanted to put in there, it's fine to get a person since you can't do anything with the no-sells anyway. And then with this pack, we're going to pull our nice little diamond for the day. And I guess we're not. But if you guys enjoyed the video, it helped you out at all, consider subscribing. I post daily, so I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.